All right, y'all. Hope y'all having a good day. It's Friday when I'm recording this video, and you know what that means? That means my only ask is you drop 1 like on this video. Unless you got 2 accounts, you can drop 2 likes then. But I'm gonna give y'all 5 seconds to do that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks for dropping a like on the video, y'all. So today, let's start off with a deep breath, man. I want all of us to be successful. I really do. Like, that's my main goal here, right? I want all of us to learn from each other, to have, someone to look to if you need help, if you need some guidance. I know I'm not the end all be all, but I want to guide you down the right path if I can, right? A lot of people have been hitting me up saying like, hey man, I really appreciate this content. And you made me look at things a lot differently, right? And that's what I do this shit for. So I appreciate you guys for checking it out, of course, and I'm gonna keep coming. This is my second video recording today, so I just gotta keep it rolling. But today, man, I wanted to talk about just being intentional and planning out your week, right? One thing that I've noticed that's helped me a lot from coasting is just writing down my goals. Because every week, if I have 30 minutes, even 10 minutes where I just start writing down my goals for that week, my week is definitely like benefited from that, right? Because in the past I used to kind of just go with the flow. I never used to plan shit, right? And now I'm like, I gotta think 5-10 years ahead, right? And I don't got no notes for this video. I'm just off the dome ski with this because I'm genuinely passionate about this, right? So I've heard a lot of people be like, hey man, what's your 5-year plan? What's your 10-year plan? And then if you ask me like a couple years ago, I would give like a vague answer like, hey man, I want to be rich, or like I want to be successful. And those are great starting points, but you need to be more precise. You have to have specific money goals, like a specific number that you want to reach by a certain time. If you're investing, you want to say like, I want to have $10,000 in the stock market by next year, right? We need to have like more specific goals. And even down to that, I want to be invested in Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Tesla, $10,000 in the next 2 years. That's super specific, right? And the more specific we get, the more digestible these goals are. Because if you leave them vague, then it's going to be like, oh, I could do that tomorrow. Or like, oh, like I'll get there someday. But like, if you really sit down and think about it, you'll just push them back. You won't realize how much you're spending because you don't have set goals for yourself, right? So I've noticed that a common trend of successful people is that they always think ahead. They think 10 years, where the economy is going, where their job is gonna be, if their job even exists. We know AI is strong and heavy right now, so a lot of people are worried about losing their jobs to AI. When I'm like, okay, it's coming. It's here. So why are you, I don't know. If you know something's coming and know something's happening, shouldn't you be taking the proactive steps to be successful in that when that time comes, right? So you should take this time to learn AI, to learn what type of jobs are going to be created from AI, so you can be 1 step ahead of the game, right? This is just how I think, and I think it's a great way to, set yourself apart from the rest of the crowd. Instead of being reactive, you got to be proactive, right? Okay, AI is coming, it's coming, so do something about it. Change your life today. I invested in my first stock when I was 19 years old in 2018. And I knew that, in 2019, I knew that the stock market didn't give you immediate results. But if you stayed in it long enough, there's an average return on your investment, 7% to 8% on average per year, right? So the way I was thinking about it, okay, if I start when I'm 19 years old, I'll have no regrets when I'm 30 when it comes to saving my money, versus someone who's like, hey man, I know I probably should be doing this, but I can't think far enough ahead to see how that's going to benefit me, right? So it kind of ties back to like instant gratification. you know, I'd rather do this right now than invest in my future. And I'm guilty of it too. Like, I'm not perfect. Obviously, I have flaws and stuff. So, but this is just the way I think about success, and like, especially monetary success. But then we could bring it back to public speaking, right? If you wanna be successful, a lot of the time people want to hear what you have to say. And of course, this is up to you if you want to give out game, or if you want to be on like a public panel where people would come up and ask you questions, right? But these are things that I'm thinking about right now. So I'm like practicing my public speaking skills. I'm volunteering. You know, like at work, I like speak up and, you know, give my opinion to the group, right? So these are things that I didn't always do, but now that I'm thinking more ahead, I want to practice these things. I want to get these reps in. I want to make sure that I'm prepared mentally, physically. Got to take care of your health because you can't think 10 years into the future if you don't see yourself physically being here 10 years into the future, right? So I want us to have optimistic thoughts, positive thoughts. And I know that can be hard sometimes just because like life is beating you down. And I completely understand that, but we got to take some baby steps. We got to do something, right? I don't want you guys to be completely so down in the dumps that you just have no optimism or you don't have no future, right? So even next week, just plan your week for next week, right? You could start by meal prepping. Some people spend so much money on food just because they didn't think about what they wanted to eat that week, right? They just wake up, they have no food in the fridge, so they get DoorDash. Or they wake up, they got some food in the fridge, but they don't have the time to make it, so they get DoorDash at the end of the day. So I want us to, you know, be proactive with that type of stuff, right? Just think about stuff that's gonna happen no matter what, right? You're gonna have to pay rent. You want to invest early. AI's coming. You want to learn AI. You know, the economy's, you know, there might be a recession. You want to save your money today. So just stuff like this, man. I want us to think 5 to 10 years in the future, right? Start getting those certifications. Go to school. Read that book. You know, save your money. All these things add up, and compound interest is very real. I studied finance, so like that's kind of some things that I'm passionate about. But yeah, I just wanted to tie it into like food and type other stuff, you know, school and work and all that, so you guys can all relate somehow, some way. I know we all eat, so man, just keep that in mind. That's just how I'm coming this year, man. We gonna get it right. We gonna breathe better. And that's the thing. If you save your money, if you think ahead, you'll be less anxious, right? Well, I don't know if that's true actually, but I just want you guys to be prepared for the worst, you know, because it's coming. The time's coming, man. Like tomorrow you'll wake up and I'll wake up, but I'll have a plan, and that's the difference. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Breathe better. Wasim. Drop a like on the video, subscribe. We're gonna keep on growing, man. Thanks.